invoking her right against self-recrimination. To me, Mr. Chair, that's my own interpretation. That's so one way of saying that I admit, but this is not the proper code to discuss that. Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's a manifestation po. And that is my personal interpretation.
I understand, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you, Mr. Chair.
We will respect your right against self-incrimination. Next. Yes, please continue, Congressman Kongkong.
So, base sa tatlong opisyales no, ng Department of Education, katulad sa mga pahayag nila Yusek Mercado, Ms. Catalan, at Director Usayas, kayo po ay nagbigay no, sa kanila, no, o Director Usayas, no, kayo po ay nagbigay sa kanila ng sobre, binigyan niyo po sila ng pera, at katulad nga po ng sinasabi nila, ito ay galing no, sa confidential fund ng Department of Education. Ngayon, kung hindi niyo po masasagot ng diretso ito, igagalang ko po yung inyong karapatan na hindi sagutin. Kaya lang hindi mo maiiwasan no, ang committing ito no, na mag-isip no, kung totoo nga ba no, ang sinasabi ni Yusek Mercado, ni Ms. Catalan at ni Director Osayas. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. The next to interpolate is Congressman Zia Alonto Adjong.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to, again, be enlightened. And if you may, Ms. Farda, you walk me through on how the utilization of the confidential funds pertaining to the issuances of the disbursement liquidation report, the checks, and the disbursement vouchers, if you may. This is also in line with the attempt of this representation to really fully understand on how you comply with the joint circular. No? So you just walk me through. Ms. Fajarda, last hearing, Yusek Mercado says na ikaw ang nag-abot sa kanya, ng cheque na nagkakalaga ng 37.5 million. These are 3 checks, which amounts to 112.5 million in total. Para kanyang pirmahan yung releasing of the confidential funds ng DepEd noong 2023. Would you confirm that, Ms. Fajarda?
That is false, Mr. Chair. I never gave any checks to Ms. Mercado, number 1. And number 2, Mr. Chair, I am not involved in any way in the utilization of the confidential funds. Respectfully, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so you are saying that you never in any way secured the signatures of Ms. Yusek Mercado?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I never
Categorically.
secured any of her signatures.
So what you're saying is that Ms. Yusek Mercado is the one lying, is that correct?
I'm not also saying that, Mr. Chair. I wasn't really able to listen to what she said, but I did not give her any checks, nor did I request her to sign any checks.
Okay. According to Ms. Mercado also, the checks that were requested for her to sign should also be supported by a signature from Annalyn Sevilla. Would you know Annalyn Sevilla?
Yes, Mr. Chair. She's under a secretary of the Department of Education.
Okay. What is your participation, Frieza? Can you walk me through what is exactly your participation in so far as the securing of the signatures for the disbursement to secure the disbursement vouchers?
My participation, Mr. Chair, is ministerial in nature because our setup in the Office of the Secretary, since I am in charge of the admin work, is that the documents for signature of the Vice President goes through me, and then,
Wait,
yes.
po, kasi para maintindihan ko po. Sige, can you please, ano?
My participation, Mr. Chair, in the securing of signatures is ministerial in nature,
Meaning,
meaning that all the documents in the Office of the Secretary that are for signature of the Vice President goes through me or go through me so that I can have it signed by her.
yeah, that's correct. So meaning to say, when it comes to, like, for example, can we request the COMSEC to show us the disbursement voucher?
Comsec?
Yeah. So all of these three disbursement vouchers are signed by Vice President Sara Duterte. Now, prior to the signing or releasing of the checks, you have to secure first the disbursement voucher. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And so the signature of Vice President Sara Duterte with that of Annalyn Sevilla, as indicated here in the disbursement voucher, if we are to take your answer that you are to secure the signatures, does that mean that you also, in a way, required for this disbursement voucher to present this to Yusek Mercado for the release of the checks?
No, Mr. Chair, I have no transaction whatsoever with Ms. Mercado in relation to the confidential funds.
Okay, so what does the needed signature of the Vice President for the disbursement voucher, what is it for? In this particular monitor, is it for the releasing of the 3 checks? Is it correct?
I believe, Mr. Chair, that is for the processing of the disbursement voucher for the confidential fund.
That's correct. That is correct, and that's what Yusek Mercado said in the previous hearing. In fact, the testimony of Yusek Mercado is it's reinforced and corroborated by the statement of Ms. Catalan. So that voucher is needed to secure the release of the checks. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair, because it is routed to our office from the accounting office.
So where do you give the vouchers after having all these signatures attached in this? Where do you go from here?
After securing the signature of the Vice President, it has to be returned to the SDO, and then the SDO will be the one to return it to the accounting office.
You mean to say SDO in this case is your husband?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So it goes back to the SDO.
Yes, because he's the one carrying the documents back to the accounting office.
So your husband is the one going, so siya pupunta doon sa accounting office for the release of this.
Yes, because he's the SDO, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Would you confirm that all these 3 disbursement vouchers correspond to the 37.5 million pesos that were encashed by your husband, Mr. Fajarda?
I do not have the copies of the 3 vouchers, Mr. Chair. But I cannot confirm that because, again, I am not the one involved with the confidential funds. I just request the Vice President to sign, and then it is returned to the accounting office for the standard operating procedure in the processing of said vouchers.
According to the testimony of Land Bank, nagkaroon po ng pirmahan. The checks that were released were signed by Yusek Mercado and Yusek Sevilla on February 20, 2023, April 19, 2023, and July 11, 2023. Would you confirm this, Ms. Sunshine?
I cannot confirm that, Mr. Chair, because again, I am not involved in the confidential funds po.
Okay. Well, could you at least your husband confirm these dates?
Your Honor, hindi lang po ako sure doon sa exact date, but yan po yung month.
Kayo po ba, Mr. Edward, ang payee sa mga cheque na ito?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So you confirm that three checks ay 37.5 37 million. Tatlo pong ni-release ito. Can we show that again? $37 million amounting to 11.2 million pesos. Tama po ba? Do we confirm that?
Tatlo po yung 37.5 million. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Edward Arda, ano po yung ginagawa nyo after you have encashed this check?
Your Honor, pag nasa akin na po yung pera, nasa office na po yan, tatawagan ko na po ang security officer na magdi-disburse po ako sa kanya ng pera.
Okay. But before the disbursement, let me go back to Ms. Fajarda. Who ordered you to secure the signature of the Vice President and for other signatures that you needed to affix on the disbursement voucher?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, can you please repeat the
Who
question?
gave you who ordered you, who told you to secure these signatures?
Mr. Chair, it's part of my job. It's a
Yeah, no,
ministerial...
yeah, I know, but who told you that? I mean, I know it's part of your job, but I'm sure somebody has to tell you that we need to secure these checks, get the signatures for the disbursement voucher for the release of these checks. Who told you that?
The accounting office, Mr. Chair, gives us the documents so that it will be signed with the secretary.
Yeah, but who told the accounting office?
May I ask the specific question, Mr. Chair, as to what you are pertaining to
I'm
po?
trying to understand the confidential file. It cannot be released without the signature and the approval of the principal. Is it correct?
That's the question,
Yes,
Mr. Chair.
I want to
Okay.
understand precisely because what you're saying is your job is only technical, attending meetings. That these are your answers, no? When you were asked before, technical lang yung ano mo, yung trabaho mo, and you're also in charge of attending the meetings.
Mr. Chair, that was before in the City Mayor's office in 2011 po.
Okay, but what is your job now in the office of the Department of Education?
My job before in the office of the Office of the Secretary in the Department of Education, in July 2022, Mr. Chair, I was the head executive assistant. In April of 2023, I became the assistant secretary of the Office of the
Okay,
Secretary.
I want to understand, no, prior to the submission and the securing of the signatures and the vouchers, gusto ko lang po maintindihan. Is it the accounting that is telling you that you need to secure the signatures?
I believe, Mr. Chair, it's the SDO which already informs the accounting because after he mentioned a while ago that there is a fiscal and financial plan. After that, he is the one who informs the accounting.
Do you have that fiscal and financial plan with you?
I do not have a copy of that
Mr. Chair?
document,
Yeah,
Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, may I request that we require the submission of this technical and
Fiscal and financial plan.
Fiscal and financial plan, Mr. Chair. That's a motion so that we can understand how the workings within your department has come to the utilization of the confidential funds. We want to understand that because
Mr. Chair, it has already been submitted po, I believe.
Can we ask the COMSEC if we can confirm that there is also already a submission of that?
Your Honor, the Secretariat has yet to receive or has not yet received the PFP, Your Honor.
So, do you stand by with your answer that you have already submitted?
I believe that it was already submitted by COA, Mr. Chair, because it is part of the submissions of the DepEd.
Wala pa. Wala pa? COMSEC?
None, Chair. What was submitted was part of the confidential funds, which was also submitted to the Committee on Appropriations, subject of a different subpoena duces tecum by this committee to the Commission on Audit. There was no PFP attached, only disbursement vouchers, liquidation reports. Yun lang pong maalala ko sa
So
documents
at
namin,
any
sir.
rate, I move that we request for the submission of the financial plan. Physical and financial
Mr.
plan.
Fajardo will submit, Mr. Chair, because he's the one handling the documents po for the confidential funds.
I don't care who's going to submit it. We just require for your department to submit it to the committee, okay? Now, let me go back to Mr. Fajarda. Just want to understand. Tama po ba you in cash personally?
Yes, Your Honor.
O kasi yun po yung sinabi ng land bank kanina. So you are using duffel bags for the encashment of this 100 12 million pesos, no? 0.5
Ah, 37 po per quarter.
per
37.5.
quarter, yeah.
Opo.
So amounting to 112.5 million pesos.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's correct. So ano po yung ginagawa nyo dito before the releasing of these confidential funds or the distribution or the payment for rewards or whatever? What do you do with that? Do you directly use that and go to the areas where you do the payment?
Your Honor, hindi po.
Ano pong ginagawa nyo doon?
Dinidisburse ko lang po yan sa security officer.
Sino po yung security officer ninyo?
Si
Right away?
Your Honor, tumatawag po ako sa kanya. Then magkikita po kami sa DepEd.
Saan po kayo nakikita doon sa DepEd?
Sa DepEd po. Minsan po sa office po ng BPSPG. Minsan sa bar. Kung saan po safe. Pero sa DepEd lang po.
Within the DepEd?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano pong pangalan nila?
Colonel Nolasco po. Dennis Nolasco. Colonel Dennis Nolasco po.
Dennis Nolasco. So hindi nyo ho siya dinadala sa office or din-deposit?
Nasa office po siya pero hindi ko po dine-deposit.
Yeah, how big is your office pala? Yung office space?
Malaki po, malaki. Hindi naman po kalakihan pero tama lang po.
Okay. Let me go back to Ms. Fajarda. The previous hearing, Ms. Catalan also said to this committee that ikaw ang nag-request sa kanya ng mag-sign sa mga liquidation reports for the first, second, and third quarter ng 2023 pertaining to the confidential funds. Is this correct? Do you confirm this?
No, Mr. Chair, I want to correct that. I did not request her to sign. What I said was prepare the documents because the SDO already has to sign it po. Because Ms. Catalan, before she signs, I believe the SDO has to sign first, and then from the SDO, it's to the principal, and then Ms. Catalan. So they have to prepare the documents for the signature of the 3 signatories.
Bakit kayo po yung nagre-request sa kanya? Hindi ho ba dapat si Mr. Fajarda because you're the payee, and you're the one who's supposed to, who knows how
Your Honor, sa akin
you
po
have
yung question.
utilized, yeah? Bakit si Miss Sunshine yung nagre-request kay Miss Catalan instead of you? Because you're the one who encashed the amount and you're supposed to be the one to know on how exactly these funds are being spent.
Actually, Your Honor, pag nagperma na po ako sa liquidation, ibibigay ko po kay Asek Shine. Siya po kasi ang magpapaperma sa head of the agency.
Ano po?
Pag napermahan ko na po yung liquidation, ibigay ko po sa kanya para papermahin po niya kay BP Sara.
So everything goes to Miss Fajarda.
Basta po kay BP na ang peperma, sa kanya po muna dumadaan.
Okay. Miss Fajarda, do you ask Miss Catalan to sign the liquidation report without even providing her any attachment?
The SDO will be the one to answer that, Your Honor.
No, because that's what Ms. Catalan said in the previous hearing, that you require her to sign the liquidation report without even showing her any acknowledgement receipts. Receipts, yes, that's correct.
I'm going to correct that again, Your Honor. I did not request her to sign. What we requested was for the papers to be prepared already, but not for her to sign anything, Your Honor.
Yeah, but if she does not sign, what will happen, di ba? Hindi magpo-push through yung liquidation report, is it correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, but that's why-
it's the SDO, Your Honor, which actually explains the accounting on how
but
the
according
liquidation
to-
report
yes,
is to be
I know, but
accomplished.
supposedly dapat siya. But according to Ms. Catalan, you're the one who goes to her office and then asks her to sign without even showing her acknowledgement receipts. Is that correct?
No, it's not correct, Your Honor. Again, I'm going to correct that. I did not ask her to sign. We just request for the documents to be prepared, all the documents for the attachment of the liquidation.
So you have nothing to do with securing the signatures of Ms. Catalan? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have nothing to do with it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Paharda, Miss Paharda. Di ba dapat ikaw yung nagsasubmit ng liquidation report? Kasi you're the payee.
Nagsasubmit, Your Honor, nagsasubmit sa
Nagsasubmit ng liquidation, preparing for the liquidation report.
kanino, I mean,
For the liquidation report of the confidential funds.
you mean sa COA po?
Yeah?
Ang
Prior to that, for the securing of the signatures, hindi ho ba, what is your participation? Kasi ang sabi ni Ms. Catalan dito, gusto kong pabangga yung testimony ni Ms. Catalan for us to really understand, no? Kasi mukhang within the workings of your office, parang somebody is lying. Yusek Mercado says na you are asking her to sign the checks corroborated with Ms. Catalan, saying that Ms. Sunshine Fajarda is the one requiring Ms. Catalan to sign the signatures. Even you gave her that envelope. Yung sinasabi nilang white amount, may mga amounts naka-enclose doon sa mga envelope. So, I'm just trying to understand your participation, Ms. Sunshine, no, Fajarda. Gusto ko lang maintindihan. Supposedly, dapat, yung asawa mo, as the payee, will be the one to ask Ms. Catalan to sign the liquidation report. Kasi siya nga po yung payee and he's the one more knowledgeable on how these funds are being spent. Now, gusto kong malaman yon. Is it you or is Mr. Fajarda?
Your Honor, ganito po kasi yan. Kapag nagpirma na po ako sa liquidation report, ibigay ko po kay Sunshine, and then siya po kasi ang magpapaperma kay BP Sara.
Ano po?
Siya po ang magpapasign kay BP Sara. Basta po, ang paperma na po ay si BP Sara, dadaan po muna sa kanya.
Si Ms. Sunshine.
Opo, sa kanya po ang papers.
Mr. Chair, maybe perhaps in the next committee hearing, I would pursue a request asking questions once we have the financial plan, fiscal plan, covering
Physical and
physical
financial
and financial plan, covering the confidential funds, because it will give us more information and knowledge on how the workings within that your department, and so far as the securing of signatures, releasing of disbursement vouchers, and ultimately the releasing of these checks. I have trouble, Mr. Chair, understanding which role, task are given between the couple, Ms. Sunshine and Mr. Fajarda. So gusto ko lang pong malaman, prior to that, I would just like to, hopefully, by next time, request Undersecretary Mercado to come. Maybe we can invite her again. Ms. Catalan also, if we can invite her again, so that we can finally really shed light on these questionable dealings and transactions. Ms. Yusek Mercado is not around, so it's not, gusto ko sanang siyang tanungin. But since she's not here in Ms. Catalan, it will be hard na ibangga yung mga testimonies
Yusek
nila.
Mercado is present.
Former Yusek Mercado was invited, but she's not here. For Ms. Catalan, I believe she's present, Your Honor.
Ms. Catalan?
Can you please take your seat, Ms. Reuna Catalan?
Okay.
Umalis na daw
Maybe
po.
in the next hearing, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
And I would like to reserve and avail of the interpellation once Yusek Mercado and Ms. Catalan are both present in the next hearing. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you,
Thank
Ms.
you.
Fajarda, and thank you, Mr. Fajarda.
Thank you, Honorable
Thank you
Zia
po.
Alonto. Sir Jong? Yes, Congressman Jude.
Just a brief interjection para hindi ho mawala yung train no nung mga tanong po ni ni Congressman Zia. Kay Mr. Fajarda, gaano po kayo katagal na SDO sa DepEd? Or at least empleyado sa DepEd?
Nag-start po ako August 2022.
Okay. So mga 2 taon din po, no?
Opo, mga ganyan.
Sa panahon po yun, meron bang pagkakataon na kayo po ay nag-reach out sa mga principal, superintendents, mga region directors o empleyado ng DepEd para humingi po ng kanilang mga bank accounts ng mga empleyadong ito?
Sa superintendent po, Your Honor.
Yes, that's the reason exactly why I'm asking, Mr. Chair, because may mga kumakalat pong photos sa social media involving exchanges between yung mga superintendent po sa Region 7, ang mga messages. Can we request the Secretariat? Baka pwede pong ma-flash.
Secretariat.
Itong messages na to nagme-mention na may pangalang Edward from the CO, which I think refers to a central office, or OSEC. Sa pagkakaintindi ko po, ito po ay Office of the Secretary. Can we ask the Secretary to show it? Meron po. Then the next. May ipapakita po akong numero sa inyo. Ilalapit ko po. Mr. Chair, with your permission. Just for him to
Please.
confirm. Mr. Chair,
Congressman Nasidre.
meron po akong pinakitang number kay Mr. Fajardo at sabi po niya, malamang sa hindi, yun po ay pagkaari niyang number.
Fajarda.
Mr. Fajarda, na itong number po ay sa kanya po.
Do you confirm, Mr. Parda?
I-convert ko po.
Yes, okay.
At dahil po sa ang mga messages na to, sinasabing si Edward Fajarda, yung next na slide, next screenshot, ay humihingi ng bank account at bank details ng mga empleyado. Siguro sa salitang Bisaya po yung message, parang sinasabi po, ito yung sinabi ko sa inyo, sa blurred yung lugar na merong tatawag sa inyong Edward, pakibigay ng inyong account number, legit po yan. God bless. I'm showing you also next, I'll also show you a screen cap of the portion of the affidavit of former Yusek Mercado, a former employee in DepEd. Basahin ko po. Number 5. Although the exact date evades recollection, sometime during the course of my tenure with the DepEd, a member of my staff informed me that an inquiry was made by one of our officers in the field that Mr. Fajarda had made inquiries about the bank accounts of several individuals, and if divulging such information to Mr. Fajarda was permitted. My office confirmed that it was upon the instruction of the Office of the Secretary. Evidently, it would appear that regional directors and other employees on the field would also receive sums on top of the regular salaries. So, Mr. Fajarda, bakit po kayo humingi ng mga bank details nila?
Mr. Chair, ang nakalagay po kasi dito ay regional directors.
Pero ang sinasabi niyo po, sino po yung hiningan niyo?
Superintendent po. Superintendent
Whether
po.
superintendents po or regional directors, bakit po kailangan humingi ng personal bank details?
Actually po, I was instructed by VP Sara.
Based po sa instruction ni VP Sara.
Yes,
Nagpapadala po ba kayo ng pera sa mga accounts na to?
May napadalhan po ako pero hindi po, I mean hindi siya lahat.
Hindi lahat ng superintendents.
Yes, Your Honor.
Paano po pinipili kung sinong padadalan at hindi padadalan?
Sa pagkakaalam ko po, yung pong nagbigay ng mga account numbers, kasi during po kasi sa pag-iikot ni VP Sara, nakita po niyo doon na yung pong superintendent gumagastos po ng sariling pera nila sa kanilang office field work po nila.
Pero Mr. Fajarda, kung titignan mo sa screenshot, yung lahat po ng superintendent sa Region 7 ay inyo pong kinontak at hiningan. Ibig sabihin silang lahat to na bigyan?
Your Honor, actually hindi ko kilala lahat ng superintendent. I'm not sure kung, basta ang alam ko lang po hindi po lahat.
So, granted, no, kung ano yung sinabi, yung reply mo, ang tanong ko po, pag nagpapadala po kayo ng pera dito, personal account yung pong ginagamit or official account ng DepEd?
I mean, account number po nila.
Account number nila. Saan po nanggagaling yung pera na pinapadala po ninyo?
Binibigay po yun sa akin ni VP Sara.
Si VP Sara mismo, hindi through Attorney Sunshine?
Si VP Sara po, yung pong for that specific instruction.
So ito pong lahat ng pagkakataon, pag naging panauhin po namin ang mga superintendents at regional directors, we would expect that that would be the response, no, na hindi ho lahat at hindi po regular.
Hindi po lahat, kasi kasi sobrang dami po niyan at hindi po regular.
Okay. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you po.
Yes, the Honorable Dan Fernandez is recognized.
Thank you so much. After 10 hours. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chairman, but maikli lamang po to. Since wala naman, tatlo lang yung taong nakakaalam ng confidential funds. Si BP Sara, si Mr. Ortonio, saka si Gina Acosta. Since wala na si Gina Acosta, wala na rin si BP Sara, ikaw na lang, Mr. Ortonio, ang natitira dito. Kaya ikaw na lang tatanungin ko. According kay Attorney Lopez, Mr. Ortonio, people who should be asked about confidential funds ay ikaw at si Gina Acosta. Is this correct?
Your Honor, first of all, I would like to clarify that
No. Sagutin mo muna yung tanong, Mr. Ortonio. Kasi sinabi ni Attorney Lopez that the people that should be asked about confidential funds ay ikaw, Gina Acosta, and the Vice President. Is this correct?
in terms of the information on the confidential funds, I'm not privy to all the information pertaining
No,
to
we're
it.
talking about the confidential funds. Confidential funds lamang po pinag-uusapan natin, and it was manifested by Attorney Lopez under oath that the person that is responsible for confidential funds ay ikaw, si Gina Acosta, and the Vice President herself. So you are now under oath. Would you confirm the statement of Attorney Lopez?
Okay.
Yes, yun
Your-
lang naman tinatanong ko lang kung tama yung sinabi ni Attorney Lopez. Kung kayong tatlo nakakaalam sa confidential funds, tama ba sinabi ni Attorney Lopez? Yes sir na po. I mean,
your-
napakasimple tinatanong ko, tama po ba yung sinasabi ni Attorney Lopez?
No, Your Honor, because
So,
I am not,
so wait, kung no ang sagot po ninyo, hindi lamang kayo nakakaalam tungkol sa confidential funds.
no, Your Honor, I am not privy to the information or activities in the use of the confidential activities. However, I do know some information because in the drafting of the replies to the AOMs that the Office of the Vice President received, I got information from the Special Disbursing Officer and the Security Officer. That's the only extent of information that I know pertaining to the confidential funds.
So in other words, partly, the totality of the confidential funds, alam mo. But the
Partially-
totality of it, not.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So, binanggit din dito ni Attorney Lopez sa last hearing na yung approach ni Vice President is compartmentalized. No? Yun yung approach niya. At sinasabi niya nga dito, and because of this procedure, which was also used by Attorney Poa in the DepEd, that's the reason why si Attorney Lopez was not consulted one way or the other pagdating po doon sa confidential funds. Mr. Antonio, ikaw yung the only person who accompanied sa land bank ni Miss Acosta. Is this correct?
That's correct.
But a while ago, you changed your testimony na meron na kayong kasama na dalawang military guy. Am I correct?
Yes, VPSPG guard to accompany us, but it was only me and
Yes.
Miss Gina Acosta who
And
entrusted
bilang
siya.
Chief of Staff, no, Assistant, COS, you work directly under the office of Attorney Lopez. Correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. So lumalabas dito na kung walang kinalaman si Attorney Lopez sa confidential funds when he delivered this in the last hearing. So basically, may kinalaman ikaw, si Acosta, and the Vice President.
Your Honor, I would
No,
like
what
to...
I'm trying to say is that partly you know about the confidential funds, right?
Again, Your Honor, I only know of the confidential funds because I was the one who drafted the replies to the AOM.
Yes, correct.
But prior...
Mr. Antonio, that is precisely what I'm trying to point out. That partly you know about the confidential funds.
that's
And
cor-
in accordance with what was delivered by Attorney Lopez, lumalabas that wala siyang alam at ang nakakaalam partly of the confidential funds, ikaw, Gina Acosta, and the President, and the Vice President. Tama?
Again, Your Honor, I would like to qualify my answer. Yes, I partially know about information on the confidential funds, but only because I drafted the replies to the AOMs. Prior to the AOMs, I do not know of the activities that where the confidential funds were used.
Yes, I understand that Mr. Antonio. Now, nung pumunta po kayo ng land bank, no, at in-encash niyo po yung pera together with Gina Acosta, alam po ba to ni Attorney Lopez?
I'm not sure if Ms. Acosta mentioned this to...
But you are
Attorney-
the Assistant Chief of Staff.
Yes.
And this is your responsibility to tell your boss that I'm going to encash a 125 million confidential funds. So, alam ba to ng COS ni BP?
I did not mention this one to...
So, wala siyang alam.
As far as I know, Your Honor.
So,
she
hindi
does not.
alam ni Lopez, ni Zoraika, that you're going to withdraw 125 million.
Personally, Your Honor, I did not mention it to her.
Bakit hindi mo sinabi?
Because the role of having to encash the check, Your Honor, is with the SDO. And this is already with the instruction or in coordination with the Vice President.
Would you agree with me that being the COS and a deputy COS, you have the responsibility all over your subordinates? Am I correct? Di ba, ako chief of staff eh. Ako responsible sa boss ko eh. Now you're going to withdraw a 125 million without you telling the chief of staff?
Again, Your Honor, I did not inform Ms. Attorney Lopez during that time.
Talaga hindi nyo in-inform or itinatago nyo lamang si Attorney Lopez?
Again, Your Honor,
Wala bang
I-
information o wala bang direction o wala bang directive to protect the COS at all cost?
No, Your Honor. No.
Okay. So nung pumunta kayo sa land bank, hindi niya alam at hindi kayo hinanap ni Attorney Lopez kung bakit kayo wala sa opisina. At walang malay at walang pakialam si Zoraika kung bakit wala kayo sa opisina. And when the 125 million were brought doon sa opisina, wala pa rin alam si COS. Is that what you're trying to imply to this representation?
That I cannot answer, Your Honor, but again, as mentioned earlier, during that day when we encashed the money, I did not mention
Okay.
it to
So talagang
Attorney Lopez.
paninindigan nyo na si Attorney Lopez ay walang kinalaman doon sa 125 million.
As far as
Confidential funds.
As far as I know, Your Honor, I believe she is not aware of.
At
how
wala
the
siyang alam.
activities-
Kasi yun sinasabi niya, wala siyang alam sa confidential funds. Lahat. Di ba? Correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. And same way with me, Your Honor, prior to the issuance of the AOMs, I did not also know of any of the activities where the confidential funds were used.
Okay. So paninindigan niyo talaga na walang alam si Attorney Lopez. So I just wanted to show you something. Ito po ay no September 4, 2023, hearing sa Senate Committee on Finance with regard to the OPP's proposed budget for 2024. Panoodin lang po natin yung clip. In this particular segment, the Vice President Duterte was asked by Senator Risa Hontiveros about the confidential funds. Para makita po natin kung may alam po ba talaga si Attorney Lopez o wala doon sa confidential funds. Because I believe that the COS knows about all the confidential funds, especially yung pondong ito na napakalaki na pinagtatakpan nyo na wala siyang kinalaman. And remember, Mr. Ortonio, you are under oath. You are under oath. You are the assistant COS. Alam nyo na alam ng Chief of Staff ng Vice President ang confidential funds. And I will show you why. Sige, labas po natin.
Ang mga activities po na ito enumerated sa joint circular ay gagastusan ng confidential funds ng office nyo, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, it varies. Not all the activities are the same for each day and each month. The liquidation of the confidential funds includes the enumeration of the use the Office of the Vice President. The confidential funds report, the joint memorandum circular requires the confidential fund report submission to the Office of the Vice President, the Senate President, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the Commission on Audit. And we submitted the list of activities to these offices.
Thank you, Madam VP. Mr. Chair, I'll get to the liquidation end report also later. So just to clarify, Madam VP, since confidential funds refer to those agencies related to surveillance activities undertaken by civilian government agencies, ibig po bang sabihin na yung opisina ninyo will be gathering intelligence on certain subjects or entities in support sa inyong mandates o mga operasyon, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, that is correct. As an example, we did surveillance of complaints from constituents in Bulacan with regard to the selling of OVP assistance and the selling of tupad projects in Bulacan. And there was a surveillance operation that was run by the VP SPG for about a month. And we were able to apprehend the person, and we were able to successfully prosecute the case, and that person went to jail for ilang months?
6 months.
For 6 months.
right.
So that is an example of the surveillance activities that is conducted by the VP SPG for the projects and activities of the Office of the Vice
If you
President.
will notice in
It was
here,
in Bulacan.
Mr. Chairman, Attorney Lopez was always nodding, and at the same time whispering to the Vice President about the detail of the operation of the surveillance, particularly in the province of Bulacan. Having said that, that he was on top of the situation regarding that incident that happened in Bulacan. So much to say that alam din niya ang lahat ng detalye noong confidential funds. Now, tell me, Mr. Ortonio, walang alam si Attorney Lopez sa confidential funds?
Your Honor, if I may be allowed now to explain, I think...
Sagutin mo muna, then I will allow you to explain it. May alam ba si Attorney Lopez about the confidential funds? Having seen, yung kanilang investigation doon sa Senate about an incident, a detailed incident about the operation of the confidential funds in Bulacan, particularly. And that guy, Mr. Baloro, asa si Mr. Baloro, you were always nodding about the pronouncement of the Vice President. So may alam sila di ba? Now, tell me, may alam ba si Attorney Lopez? Yes or no? And then I will allow you to explain.
Your Honor, I cannot answer if Attorney Lopez knows of the activities where the confidential funds are being used.
You have
but,
seen,
but as
Mr.
far as
Mr.
I know,
Mr. Antonio, you have seen that video, di ba?
yes,
The video will not lie. That the Vice President were asking about how many months, di ba? Sabi ni Attorney Lopez, 6 months. Di ba? And she was always nodding about the statements of the Vice President. So, action, di ba? That speaks louder than words, di ba? So, may alam ba siya? Wala.
again, Your Honor,
Based on what you have seen.
again, Your Honor,
Based on what you have seen.
again, Your
Meron
Honor,
ba siyang alam sa confidential fund, particularly on that issue?
again, Your Honor, as far as I know, she does not know of any activities
Yeah.
as she has
Okay,
mentioned.
you're trying to be evasive, Mr. Antonio. You're trying to be evasive. We are warning you.
Again, Your Honor, can I give you a little bit of context on the video that was shown? Can I, Mr. Chair?
Sige, go
Yes,
ahead.
please continue.
Yes. The matter that was shared earlier, the one kung saan na merong clip na pinakita during the Senate hearing, that case was actually reported to the office that we received that there was an incident where a person was pretending to be from the office of the Vice President and nangihingi ng pera sa mga recipients, and it was reported, and we were able to share it with the VPSPG, and they were able to conduct surveillance and monitoring activities. That's the context of the clip that was shown. However, as to whether the confidential funds were used for that activities, again, I cannot answer for that, or I cannot answer if Attorney Lopez knows if that certain incident used confidential funds for the monitoring and surveillance of such incident.
Okay, I will show you a letter. Can we show the letter of the COS and also of the Assistant Chief of Staff? Sulat sa COA. Because in here, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Antonio, kayo sumulat ng letter na to, di po ba?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And your signature appears on this, di po ba?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. So sino nagpapirma kay Attorney Zuleika Lopez? Ikaw?
After I got information from the SDO and from the security officer, and after having drafted the reply, yes, I had it signed to our chief of staff.
So ikaw ang nagro-route ng letter na yan?
For this specific letter, Your Honor.
So it
That's
passed
correct.
through this SDO?
It did not pass through the SDO, but the information indicated in the letter came from the SDO and from the security officer, Your Honor.
So with that letter, signed also as well by Attorney Zuleika Lopez, may alam siya sa confidential fund.
Again, Your Honor, a little bit of context. She may know because of the information that was shared, but
She may know.
because of the
Because she signed the,
yes,
di ba?
yes.
So, hindi mo pa rin sasabihin sa amin na alam niya yung pinirmahan niya? Her being a lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor. Alam niya
You
kung
drafted this letter?
Yes, I was the one who drafted the letter po.
So,
Your
hindi si Zuleika nag-draft nito, kundi ikaw?
Honor. No, Your Honor.
And then pinapirma mo sa kanya? Without
Yes, Your
that, her reading the content of the letter?
I'm sure, Your Honor, she read the letter.
So, alam niya.
I
O kasi sabi mo, I'm sure, she read the letter. So, alam niya.
Yes.
So, may alam siya sa confidential fund.
I believe, Your Honor, based on the letter reply that we drafted,
So, may alam siya.
based on the letter
And that's the
that we
reason why I'm
drafted,
asking you a while ago kung meron siyang alam. And now in this letter, you agree with me that she knows about the confidential fund. So, in other words, Mr. Tonyo, Attorney Lopez was lying.
Your Honor, I cannot say that Attorney Lopez lied.
Sinabi mo na kanina na may nabasa niya eh. Kung nabasa niya, alam na niya ang content. Hindi naman bobo si Attorney Lopez eh.
Yes,
She's an intelligent woman. Lawyer nga eh.
yes,
Eh, di ba? And the one that, I think when ako na-involve 125 million, I will read it diligently, di ba? Kasi it involves lahat ng money. Di ba? Alam mo, Mr. Ortonio, alam namin na nagsisinungaling ka. Pero nagpipigil lang po kami. Ayaw na po namin mag-cite ng in contempt dito. Pero, ramdam po namin ang pagsisinungaling nyo. Wag na po. Tigilan na po natin. And kayo na rin nagsabi na alam niya. Di ba? Nabasa niya eh. Di ba? Sana sinabi mo na lang na pinirmahan lang niya at hindi niya binasa. That I will accept. Pero sinabi mo, binasa niya eh. So kung binasa niya, naintindihan niya, alam niya ang confidential fund, then she was lying. Yes?
she knows of the information, Your Honor, after the fact po. After the fact.
All right. Mr. Chairman, medyo wala na po akong sa mood. I'll be yielding other questions. Panay kasi nungulingan na po, nadidinig natin. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Kong Dan. Next to interpolate is Congressman Valeriano.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Kay Mr. Ortonio ulit. Good evening, sir. Mr. Ortonio, you wrote an undated letter to the committee in response to the invitation sent to you for the November 20 hearing. Tama po, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
And you provided an explanation on why you did not attend the hearing prior to November 20.
Yes,
correct?
that's correct, Your Honor.
And the reason you provided was that due to a pre-scheduled official travel that was of equal importance and which needed attention, considering the numerous activities that the OBP will be conducted in a few weeks. Tama?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Ortonio, where in particular did you go during your travel?
Initially, Your Honor, I was supposed to go to several sites within Visayas. and
Suppose.
Mindanao. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. I was supposed to visit several sites in Visayas and Mindanao. I traveled to Cebu on November 11 in the morning, set to visit our satellite office. However, upon arrival in Cebu, I got the information already that I was already cited in contempt and an order of arrest was already issued to me. And because of fear of my safety, immediately in the afternoon, I thought of having to go to the safest place I could think of. So I traveled to Davao.
It
And
was November.
that's November 11. November 11.
November 11.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
And you have a travel authority, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
As the head of the OBP, it was BP Duterte who granted your travel authority.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Aside from BP Duterte, sino ba po yung ibang signatory sa travel authorities?
It's just the Vice President.
Nakita ko na minsan, pati kayo yata, pumipirma rin pag sa baba.
Yes, for travel authorities, for division heads down, it's me who signs their
So
travel authority.
when was the travel authority issued? Yung sa inyo po.
If I can recall, it's issued on November 6.
November 6. And no destination, just various places nakalagay.
Various places, Your Honor, because I was set to visit several sites within Visayas and Mindanao.
Okay, and the period stated in your travel authorities from November what?
From November 11 to 15.
To 15.
15, that's correct.
And in your letter, sabi niyo po, you hope that the arrest order and contempt order issue against you be lifted.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Ortonio, you have not attended any of the hearings of this committee, except now.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And you know, Mr. Ortonio, that the arrest order and contempt order were issued against you because of your non-attendance to the hearing of this committee. Tama po?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So how do you expect that the committee will lift the arrest order against you? Hindi pa po kayo uma-attend.
Your Honor, if I may be given a chance to explain. So I wasn't able to attend the November 11 committee hearing. Again, based on the reason that I have cited. However, if you can remember, I also sent a commitment that I was supposed to
attend on November 20.
20.
Yes, and you did not attend.
I was not able to attend, Your Honor, because if I may be able to properly explain the reason behind my non-attendance last
Sige po.
November 20. If you may allow, I prepared a short narrative for me to read, Your Honor. Would that be possible?
Mr. Chair, is that possible? On why he did not attend the hearing.
1 minute recess.
I can just read the gist na lang po. Yes.
Session resume. Mr. Tonyo.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. On the day of the hearing, I was fully prepared to participate and present myself before the committee, despite the arrest order issued to me. However, the night before the hearing, I received a call from one of my colleagues who also had a summon. She was in distress, on the verge of a major emotional breakdown.
You're talking of Ms. Acosta?
Yes, Your Honor. And contemplating self-harm because of the stress that the hearings have brought upon her. She sought my support, pleading for me to accompany her instead in the next hearing, which is today. That night, while I reassured her of my support despite my decision to still attend the hearing, her emotional and psychological state weighed heavily on my mind. On the morning of the hearing, I checked on her again, and she once again expressed her plea for me to accompany her in the next hearing scheduled instead. It was a difficult decision, but as someone preparing to serve in the mental health profession, I felt compelled to choose the path that safeguarded the life and emotional stability of another person. It was unfortunate that my decision on that day was at the cost of my commitment to attend the hearing. I was pressed with a moral dilemma, and the decision not to attend was born of conscience and welfare of another. So
Sige po.
in gist, Your Honor, that's the reason why I was not able to
Last November 20.
attend last November 20.
Sige po. Okay. Kayo po ay Assistant Secretary at Assistant COS, Chief of Staff sa OBP. Tama po.
That's correct, Your Honor.
When were you appointed?
I was appointed July 1, 2022.
How did you apply or to secure your position?
I was one of those former city government officials from Davao who joined the vice president.
You're from
when she-
Davao.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So, would it be correct to say na yung top official ng OBP ay nahati sa dalawang klasifikasyon? One is yung mga talagang ando na, dinatnan nyo na, and the other is from Davao.
Yes, there were some of us who came from Davao, sir.
I mean, kasama ni Vice President pagpunta ng OBP.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
So, you confirm na dati kang taga Davao LGU?
Yes, I used to be an employee from the city government of
So,
Davao.
kasama mo si Vice President pagdating mo ng Office of the Vice President. Tama po?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Gaano kayo katagal nagtrabaho sa Davao LGU?
I've been with the city government since 2008. So 2008 up until 2013, and then 2016 to 2022. So that's about roughly around mga 12 years siguro, Your Honor.
Ano-ano po yung naging posisyon nyo sa Davao nung nandun kayo?
I was first her chief of staff when she was the vice mayor. And then for her first term as city mayor, I was her chief of staff. And then when she returned to service as mayor in 2016, I came in as the officer in charge of the Davao City Investment Promotion Center. And then in 2019, I was appointed as department head for the Human Resource Management Office of the city government.
Up to 2022?
Up to 2022.
And in 2022, when she became Vice President, naging Assistant COS na po kayo?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So ano po yung task nyo bilang Assistant Chief of Staff?
My role as Assistant Chief of Staff, I provide overall supervision for the internal affairs of the Office of the Vice President. So that includes the overseeing the administrative and financial services in the Strategy Management Office together with the two directors under it.
So, would it be correct na as Assistant COS, you hold the position of trust and confidence sa OBP?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe so.
Pinagkakatiwalaan po kayo ni Vice President sa mga sensitibong bagay. Tama po ba? As Assistant COS.
That's correct, Your Honor.
At kasama rito yung sa budget and expenditure. Di po ba?
That's part of my role, Your Honor.
That's
as the
part of your
assistant-
role.
As Assistant Chief of Staff.
So maraming delegated authority sa inyo, kagaya ng approving authority for disbursement beyond 1 million.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Nakaban po kayo dun no? Hindi.
As signatory, no, Your Honor. As signatory, no.
So pwede nating
Just a quick correction, Your Honor. Yes.
Yes.
As
Under ban.
authorized signatory. Yes.
So pwede natin sabihin parang alter ego po kayo ni Vice President.
I wouldn't say that alter ego, but more of there are certain tasks that are entrusted upon me.
Sige po. Sabi nyo, nag-o-oversee kayo ng internal and administrative affairs ng opisina, including matters involving the OBP's Bid and Awards Committee.
That's correct,
Kasama
Your
po
Honor.
yun.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ano po ibig sabihin nyo na nag-o-oversee kayo ng Bids and Awards Committee ng OBP?
I'm the chair for the Bids and Awards Committee for the Office of the Vice President.
You're the chair.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Hindi po ba yun yung head of procuring agency o yung HOPE?
No, Your Honor. That's
Iba pa yun.
It's a different role po, Your Honor.
So despite the fact that meron pa ring HOPE,
Yes, we do have a hope at the Office of the Vice President.
but you are the overall in charge sa Bids and Awards Committee.
Just for the Bids and Awards Committee, I'm the chair po.
Hindi po ba ano to, if this is in violation of the Government Procurement Act, dahil meron ng HOPE, meron pa ring overall in charge. Ha? In fact, Mr. Antonio, for an Assistant Chief of Staff, you seem very involved sa madaming fund-related matters ng OBP. From budget preparation to procurement to disbursement and even sa liquidation of confidential expenses. Tama po ba? After all, ano to? Internal affairs to.
I'll address the comment, Your Honor, in three parts po. Number one, on the matter of what you mentioned, if it's not inconsistent in terms, if there is a violation because there's a back chair and a hope, that's a standard for all government offices po, Your Honor. There's a back chair and then there's a head of procuring entity.
Overseeing the
Mr. Chair, with due respect, with the indulgence, with due respect, Congressman Valeriano, may I just go back to a few questions that Congressman Valeriano asked Mr. Antonio?
Cong Valeriano? Okay lang. Go ahead, Congressman Sia.
Hello? Yes. Is it, tama po ba yung pagkadinig ko when Congressman asked you about the reason why you did not attend the previous hearing, that you went to a safest place in Davao?
That was for the November 11
Hearing.
hearing. That's correct, Your Honor. That's
So-
for the November 11.
So it's not about the travel order that you secured from your principal, from the Vice President.
I'd like to just provide a recap po. I have a travel order signed on November 6. So I am set to attend several activities in Visayas and Mindanao from November 11 to 15. I flew to Cebu on November 11 in the morning, but upon arrival in Cebu and ready to proceed already with all the activities that I needed to do, but when I arrived in Cebu, I already got the information that an arrest order has already been issued to me. And because of the arrest
because
order,
of the non-attendance, because of your non-attendance in the previous committee hearings,
That's
the
correct.
reason why we issue the arrest order. But you mentioned about going to the safest place
yes,
in Davao.
because
Are you, let me ask, kasi gusto ko lang po pagtagpiin, no, Mr. Antonio. Miss Sanchez, you said earlier that the absence of Mr. Antonio was due to the travel order that was issued for them or to them.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
Go ahead.
okay.
gusto ko lang malaman yung eksaktong konteksto.
I did not state that, but I only reported that there was a travel order issued.
On the date that Mr. Antonio mentioned.
The coverage of the travel order is what Mr. Antonio mentioned.
So can you categorically state to this committee that you went in hiding because of the arrest order and not precisely because of the travel order? That's why you were not attending this committee hearing. I just want to put that into proper context.
if I may, Your Honor,
Kasi
so-
dalawang issue po yan eh. You went to the safest place. The implication and the way I understood it is you were afraid and that's why you were hiding. And not so much because of your travel order officially that you are attending a specific activity, which is which.
Okay. Just to give a brief explanation, Your Honor, I intended really to attend to all the activities that were assigned to me for November 11 to 15. I intended to complete all those activities. However, when I arrived in Cebu, I already got information of the arrest order. And human nature and someone who is not used to to having been issued with an arrest order, automatic human instinct is that I needed to keep myself safe. So immediately on that day, I tried to look for a flight for me to be able to fly to Davao.
So
On that day, in the late afternoon, I flew to Davao. But
okay, so I get you there. So your absence on the November 11 was due to the fear that you felt and not so much about the travel order.
no, Your Honor, it's really more on the travel order because the travel order was already issued to me November 6 pa po. That was before we got the...
Until when is the
subpoena.
travel order pala?
It's
Mr. Antonio?
11 to 15. November 11 to 15.
Okay. Just want to be clarified, Mr. Chair, because doon ako naguluhan. Gusto ko lang malaman kung ano yung absence ni Mr. Antonio kasi ang reason that was given to this committee is because you were given issue the travel order.
Travel order. It's for the travel order, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kong Sia, Congressman Valeriano.
Thank you, Chairman. Meron po akong pakikita sa COMSEC, paki-plus nga po yung letter. Can you confirm po na kung kayo nakapirma dito sa documents? Yan po, letter to DBM dated September 19, 2022 in connection with the request for augmentation of budget including confidential fund. Sign Limuel G. Ortonio. Kayo po yan.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Another statement of appropriation allotment. Ayan po. Kayo rin po.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Sige po, pakiroll lang. Financial Accountability Report as of October 18, 2022. Kayo rin po.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Request for authority to open bank account. Again. Disbursement butcher for confidential fund, 125 million per butcher sign, Ortonio. Kayo rin po.
That's correct, Your Honor.
The check. Okay. Sige pa, Comsec. Yan po. Would you confirm that you were also involved in responding to the COA observation of the OBP's liquidation of its confidential fund?
That's correct, Your
Involved
Honor.
din po kayo ron sa explanation.
Yes, I drafted the replies to the COA's AOM.
So kayo po.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kayo ang pumirma ng disbursement butcher na yan. Ikaw rin ba nag-determine na sa allotted amount sa inyo ay kukunin nyo yung 125 million bawat quarter?
Your Honor, that was the proposed budget allocation for the confidential funds, Your Honor.
Who proposed it?
It's the office na po. It's an organization request, Your Honor.
Ano po yung basihan nyo sa 125 million per quarter? Kasi kayo nakapirma ron eh.
Can you give me a few minutes lang po, Your Honor? Just
Mr.
to check
Chair?
with our finance.
Mr. Chair, the resource speak person is asking for a suspension. Mr. Chair, suspension daw. 1 minute suspension.
1 minute suspension.